وكذلك المحاور ريم عبداللطيف رئيس التحرير بموقع أرقام باللغة الانكليزية. تحية خاصة لهم وشكرا لكم.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So we're here today with Ahmad BinDawood, CEO of Danube and BinDawood company group. So Danube and BinDawood is one of the largest retailers in the Middle East and North Africa region. The company was founded in 1984 and has more than 10,000 employees across Saudi Arabia. Danube's retail activities range from supermarkets, hypermarkets, and department stores across the region. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the status of the retail sector in Saudi Arabia, as well as the accomplishments and the challenges facing the company and the retail sector overall. Ahmad, we're happy to be with you today.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
So let's discuss the current status of the retail sector in the kingdom and some of the challenges that we're facing. With recent economic reforms, the sector has mainly been affected by subsidy cuts and kind of a stagnation when it comes to real disposable income. Can you talk to us a little bit about what you're facing today?
Actually, there are tremendous opportunities facing the retail industry. Of course, with every opportunity, there is also challenges coming through. The opportunities are, it's expected the growth of the population in Saudi by 2022 up to 35 million. It's expected also for the retail sector to grow on compound annual growth rate at 7.5% between 2017 until 2022. So opportunities are there, but of course with every opportunity there are challenges, and one of those challenges of course is the raised cost of manpower. As you know, and may the audience know that the retail sector is actually depending heavily on manpower aspect. So there is the raised cost of the manpower, and the second thing is the subsidies cuts, which is giving pressure on cost for the retailers to be more efficient with the costs, plus the consumer and their income, how the disposable income of the consumers, and how much they can actually spend in the retail sector.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen this decline over the past few years with the recent changes in economic reforms?
Actually, since the Saudi government announced the Vision 2030, and all the changes that is happening with the budgets and the removal of subsidies, Of course, the sector been affected. Also, the expats who are leaving, there are a number of expats leaving Saudi. That's been affected by the retail sector actually got affected, but it depends on how we are looking to these changes, what sort of innovation we are going to bring into the business in order to capture more market share and even, like enhance the baskets of the consumer.
So how are you addressing these changes in Danube?
Lots of changes. First of all, if we talk on the technology side, we try to be more, implement lots of technologies that makes us reduce our cost and be efficient in our business and how we do things. And the second thing also, to optimize the resources that we have in most efficient way. Lots of operational stuff that is we are doing in the stores today based on the technology. The activities that which used to depend mainly on the human factor or manpower been shifted now, and we are even like being very efficient with the time. Enhancing the customer experience also. So the customers are becoming more demanding, and they want to see innovation in the sector. And we are one of the players as BinDawood Group with both brands BinDawood and Danube. We are implementing lots of entertaining stuff for the consumers. Just for example, it's the events that we are running in the supermarket, where customers can come with the family and enjoy their shopping. So we are talking about shopping experience and behavior, exceeding the customer expectation. The online platform that we introduced. So we were the first mover into the retail, online grocery retail as a retailer.
Okay, so you mentioned earlier Saudi Vision 2030. We all know that foreign investment is one of the biggest goals for the kingdom in the coming plan. In your view, how can the retail sector benefit from this now? And do you think that it will present a challenge to local retailers if you have more foreign investors coming in?
Actually, the way we see the foreign investments coming into the sector and into Saudi is not a challenge. It's actually more opportunity for us in order to improve ourselves. I'll just tell you one thing. When Saudi joined the World Trade Organization early 2000, and they opened up the sector for foreign companies to come up, we actually changed ourselves. We revised ourselves in order to cope up with, like what is happening internationally. It made us stronger also. Some of the local companies, Saudi companies, are becoming, like more and more listed on Tadawul as well. It means, like they implemented the corporate governance. They are becoming more stronger and resilience in the sector. We are one of those retailers as well. Like we changed ourselves. We moved and grow in the sector. Today we are the second largest retailer in Saudi, and with lots of innovation that is going to help us, take over the market. And as local companies, we will do better, inshallah. Also.
So speaking of reforms and technology, you mentioned that earlier as well. So the growth of e-commerce in the kingdom is growing very rapidly. The current projections, for example, the Saudi Communications and Information Technology Commission, in 2017, they found that e-commerce transactions had reached $7.92 billion. And around 8 million purchases were made through electronic applications, websites, and mobile apps, with about 70 million website hits per year. How is Danube and BinDawood capitalizing on this sector?
Actually, this is one of the aspects of online grocery and online space. Let me just give you also some of the facts on the online. Today, the cannibalization on internet using is almost 70% of the population is using internet. And it's expected to grow within the coming years up to 75%. So that is huge. Talking about current population, plus on 2022, when the population is going to reach, inshallah, to 35 million, we are going to be the biggest online hub for in the region. Let's compare, like one of the countries, like UAE, for example. The cannibalization there and the online shopping from the internet users is almost 85%. Saudi Arabia today is sitting around 47%. And very soon, within 2 years, it's expected to grow to be almost to 70% of the internet users will shop online. So that is even bigger than any other country in the region. And what is expected for Saudi also to be the powerhouse of the omni-channel in the region. How we are cannibalizing on that? Since 2 years, we introduced our online platform. Starting back then, it was very difficult, especially with the lack of resources and expertise for the sector or for the online space. So what we did in the beginning, we introduced our application, and then we saw lots of challenges in terms of picking and packing the product, delivering those products to the consumer. So it was basically based on the trial and error and what's wrong, and we are learning from our mistakes and how we immediately take action in order to fix things quickly. Thanks to our loyal customers also, who gave us very valuable feedback on how to improve it and giving them the best shopping experience. So today we are the largest online grocery app in Saudi, focusing mainly on on grocery. And until today, the service that's been offered to the consumers is for free. I mean, we don't charge any delivery charges so far. And the reason for that, we want to continue to scale up the online platform and, of course, exceed the customer experience using the online for their groceries.
Mm-hmm. Well, you mentioned some trial and error. What advice would you give to upcoming e-commerce startups? Some of the challenges that you might have faced could be ongoing.
Very good question. Actually, there are tremendous opportunities for the startups. We are, as a retailer, we know how to open stores. We know how to source the products, how to sort our merchandise in a brick and mortar environment, you can say. But lots of stuff we are using even startups in order to complement the experience of the consumer. So for example, whatever you see as a consumer is actually the interface or the application or website to come and do your shopping. But what is happening at the back end is the app of picking and packing the product, how to optimize that, how to become more efficient. There are some IT technologies, like our big houses, IT who provide those stuff, but they are catered to everyone around the world. When we want to customize something for our business or for our environment, here where the startups can play a major role. As Danube, we used lots of startups in order to utilize those technologies, integrate them with our solution as well. Delivering the goods also to the call center that we have is a state of the art, and it's all came from those startups who actually approaching us to even provide a different shopping experience to those to our customers.
Mm-hmm. Overall, do you feel like the supply is keeping up with the demand in the kingdom when it comes to the retail sector in terms of overall retail sector?
If you're talking about the goods that we are offering in the supermarket and all that, yes, they are. They are keeping their pulse on how the consumer are changing their behavior. Mm-hmm. So we see major changes in how people are actually consuming their groceries. For example,
but do you feel like there's room for more competition?
There will be
more retailers.
There will be. Mm-hmm. The market size is big. There is enough size for everyone who want to come into this sector. The change in shopping behavior, for example, you know, like what is happening with empowering women here, and actually they are becoming more busy and you know, like they are looking for convenience. So actually the shopping behavior there also is changing. So we have to keep our fingertips on this, you know, like feeling the pulse of those changes, and we have to change it immediately and cope up with their expectation. So I think, you know, like with the lots of changes that is coming to the country and Saudi, it's promising, but the only thing is that today the government is moving very fast. People also are changing their behavior. It's only now us as retailer how we can cope up with those changes fast enough in order to grab better market share.
It's interesting that you mentioned, you know, with the social changes that are going on. More women are busy, they're active in the job market as well. The report that I mentioned earlier with the Saudi Communications and Informations Technology Commission, they found that female users were much higher than male users. So it's a lot of the women they're shopping online for various products, skincare, luxury goods. Are you addressing this also at your department stores?
Actually, I'm glad you brought this up. What is happening and what we have seen since we moved online, that whatever event or any festival or any, you can say the product that we are offering, if we customize it to the female, we see them, you know, like they are faster respond to these changes. The women millennials also, they are the first adapters to those changes. And almost 65% of the total purchases that is happening online is coming actually from the female gender side of the customers who are coming online.
Wow, it's a huge
Which is
number.
promising and which is going to drive even major changes into the sector.
Could you tell us a little bit more what the future looks like for the retail sector and for BinDawood Group as well?
Lots of changes are coming. We addressed earlier, you know, like the changes in the shopping behavior for the customers. What is coming up also, lots of innovation on the artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things. Lots of activities that today where we are doing it in the store in order to source the product, in order to finish the deals with all our suppliers and all that is intensively depending on manpower. So all that can be shifted and you can use technology with much better accuracy, and of course the leading time is going to be even shorter. Using artificial intelligence in order to address the customer's demands in the right way. So for example, you as a customer, whenever you are accessing the application of Danube today, your experience as a customer is going to be customized only for you. What exactly your behavior previously been through the app, what products you've been selected, you're taking the product again, what is the gap in time between taking those products? For example, if you are taking milk, for example, shopping milk and eggs, let's say on the app, and you came 1 week later, you are ordering the same products. So automatically every week you will see those products are coming up for you to customize your experience. Depending on your selection earlier, how we can drive promotion to you and to be customize all that for you. Another thing that we are looking heavily into, which is the blockchain. So whenever you talk about blockchain, and it's still at very early stage, but it's not also about, you know, like cryptocurrencies and all that. It's actually recording all the stuff that you are doing as inside your business, but in very secure environment. Just to give you an example, today if you want to go to supermarket and buy any organic product, the only thing that you trust is the logo of organic on the product.
Yes.
But you don't know exactly where this product came, who is auditing those factories or farms in order to make sure, you know, like is this product is organic or not. Using such technology, blockchain, where you connect the producers until the customer gets the product, and it's all connected in very secure environment. Computers talk to each other, very smart contracts between each element of the supply chain.
So you guys are currently testing these
We are
technologies.
testing lots of things in this in order to connect ourselves with the suppliers in order to achieve the maximum optimization and efficiency in the business.
Well, technology is continuing to change everything for all of us.
And the pace of changing everything is happening very fast also.
Yes, that's true, including in Saudi Arabia.
True.
Well, thank you so much, Ahmad. I will just open up. I think we have time for maybe a couple of questions. Yes, please.
Is there a mic or something? Yeah, good.
Hi, Mahmoud Al-Faqih. I have a question about the differentiation in the market. How do you differentiate yourself with so much competition now in the market? I know in the retail sector, for example, you're known for quality, your bakery is one of your strength points, but moving towards online, how do you differentiate yourself? How do you keep your image with the customers when moving to the online sector?
Actually, very good question. The way we differentiate ourselves, first of all, let me just talk about our stores, which is brick and mortar, basically. What we are targeting is the lifestyle and always giving the customers, like exceeding their expectations. Going into online, what we have changed and successfully managed to change that, moving our concept from being brick and mortar to be brick and click concept. So all the online stuff that we have introduced 2 years ago, starting 2 years ago up to today, we integrated the customer experience. Means when you are going to order online, you don't feel the difference, or it's like third parties coming and doing that, or any different app. It's one application that you are using, whether you are looking for services for the physical stores and online stores. If you want to call our call center, for example, it's one omni-channel and one unified experience. And of course, we invested heavily in the application. So the application is very robust. We are giving the selection for the products, the wide selection of the products, addressing the customer needs in terms of personalizing their experience based on your previous shopping behavior and all that. Very soon also we are going to introduce a loyalty program where it's going to integrate your experience online and offline. The other things also is that whatever comes after the after shopping, the experience that we are providing, so after sale experience, providing you the satisfaction with the products, reminding you of your previous shopping lists and all that. If you are looking for any products that we can source for you around the world, we are going to enable the technology in order to give that premiumness feeling for the consumers.
Thank you, Ahmed. Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you for our audience.
Thank you very much, and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much.
Great.
شكرا سعادة